The Pagoda. Located atop Reading's highest mountain, Mount Penn, it is owned, loved, and cared for by the city and citizens of Reading, Pennsylvania. Visitors from around the world come to see the pagoda. It may seem a little out of place, yet it is an extraordinary building that has an unforgettable view, and it's a comforting sight for many, especially its red glow of lights at night. As we tour the pagoda and the views in this video, please notice that the American flag on the pagoda's grounds has been lowered to half-mast. This is in honor of and remembrance of victims of violence around the world, and to remind us all that sport can be a glue that unifies people, communities, and nations of all ideologies, races, and religions. Such is the grand and glorious tradition of bicycle racing. To generations of residents, the pagoda is a sure sign of home. Commissioned in 1906 at a cost of $50,000 by William A. Whitman Sr. to cover his stone quarry, the pagoda was completed in 1908. It was originally intended to be a luxury resort atop Mount Penn, but due to a bank foreclosure and the denial of a liquor license, Whitman never opened the pagoda. And by 1910, the pagoda and surrounding 10 acres were deeded to local business owner Jonathan Mould and his wife, Duryea. On April 21, 1911, they sold the pagoda to the city of Reading for the sum of $1. Since then, the pagoda has been owned, loved, and cared for by the citizens and city of Reading. When our Reading 120 racers reach the penultimate switchback before the final turn toward the King of the Mountain sprint line at the William Penn Memorial Fire Tower, which is a mile away from the pagoda along the summit ridge of Mount Penn, they will be confronted with the final steep climb, and then the amazing structure of the pagoda will loom large just in front of them. Here are some interesting facts about the pagoda. It is 7 stories high, 28 feet wide, 50 feet long, standing 620 feet above the city of Reading and 866 feet above sea level. Its walls are 5 feet thick at the base, tapering to 2 feet thick at the top of the second floor. From there to the top, they are frame covered with terracotta shingles. There are 60 tons of tiles on the pagoda, and it's anchored to the mountainside with 16 tons of bolts. The inside walls are concrete plaster. All the trim and stairways are solid oak. There are a total of 87 steps to the top. It is the only pagoda in the world with the fireplace and chimney. Before the days of radio broadcasting, lights flashed as signals to the people of Reading. Morse code was used to direct firemen, promote fundraising campaigns, and give the public results of sporting events. The code was based on the lights. A white light was a dash, while a red light was a dot. The bell on the 7th floor was cast in Japan in 1739. It was purchased by the original builder, William Whitman, in 1906 and shipped via the Suez Canal to New York Harbor and arrived in Reading on May 5, 1907 by rail. The fish sculptures on the roof are symbols to protect the pagoda from fire. Every year at 9 p.m. on Christmas Eve, the pagoda lights flash to let the children know that Santa is on his way. By the way, from the point where the cyclists enter City Park below the bandshell, then climb past the bandshell, up the switchbacks of historic Duryea Drive to the pagoda and on to the summit of Mount Penn at the William Penn Memorial Fire Tower, they will have climbed 3 miles per lap. For the city of Reading and the Reading 120 and Berks County, Pennsylvania, I'm Dave Kline.